welcome to Media Cramsumption. Today I'm going to talk about an anime that I just finished watching,海月姫, or Princess Jellyfish. This anime was based on a manga. I did not read the manga, so this is strictly an anime review. Princess Jellyfish is about a group of women who live in an apartment complex called Amamizukan. Each of these women are unique in that they are otaku. When people think of otaku, which is kind of like the Japanese word for geek or nerd, they think, oh, well, they are an anime otaku, or they are a idol otaku. They love pop stars. But what's really interesting about this show is that these people have really strange passions. For example, one character is a train otaku. So she loves trains, everything about trains. She takes pictures of trains, she buys little models of trains. Another character is a Japanese doll and kimono otaku. And then there's another one that is Records of the Three Kingdoms otaku, which is kind of a historical text on a period in Chinese history. And the main character, a girl named Tsukimi, is a jellyfish otaku. And she loves everything about jellyfish. She thinks they're beautiful and their tentacles look like a princess dress, and there's nothing more pleasant than the sight of a jellyfish. And she has an extensive knowledge and a massive library all about jellyfish. What really sets the show into motion is she meets a very fashionable young woman who tries to become her friend very quickly, and Tsukimi, being the introverted otaku that she is, doesn't want this, but the girl is very, very persistent. So eventually the girl ends up back at Amamizukan, the apartment complex, and the next day Tsukimi realizes that this girl is actually a young man by the name of Kuranosuke, who is cross-dressing as a girl, and she freaks. She flips out because if the Amars, and Amars are kind of a slang term for the girls who live in the Amamizukan, they are terrified of interacting with people in general, but most specifically men. She has to keep this person's identity a secret, even though this young man is now very, very persistent about being a part of her life and being her friend. Through this, a pseudo-romantic relationship kind of begins to develop, and themes of self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem come to the forefront, and also being brave enough to chase the things that you want the most. Through the help of Kuranosuke, Tsukimi kind of comes out of her shell a little bit. She's able to deal with people with people a little bit better, and she actually is able to do something that she wants to do with her life, and instead of being an unemployed fangirl forever. A lot of shows that are about otaku make a point to speak directly to otaku, because that's who they're selling it to. And I'm talking about shows like Lucky Star and Genshiken. Two shows that I actually enjoy, but the pandering gets a little bit too much at times. The great thing about this show is that it doesn't ever feel like it's overtly pandering to otaku. There's a conviction with how the characters are portrayed. It's short and sweet and has a point and is very, very funny. There are not very many anime out there that have made me laugh out loud, but this show had me in stitches at several points. At times, this show is hilarious. The one thing that I did not like about the show is that throughout the 11 episodes, the romantic relationship becomes a bit more complicated than just Tsukimi and Kuranosuke, and there's a storyline with Kuranosuke's brother as well, which is very interesting, but never really goes anywhere. It serves the character in a very small part, but I think there was a lot more there that could be explored, and the romantic relationships just drop off. Those loose strings from earlier episodes, romantic and otherwise, ones with her friends that she lived with in the apartment complex, are just kind of left out there. The way I feel about that is, show me that. You know, if you can, show me that, please. I want to see what else there is. And I guess that's the sign of a great show, is that I want more. That's really what I want from this, is that I want more. As I understand it, there's much more to the manga than there was to the anime series. If I get around to it, I'll read the manga, and hopefully I'll get my fill of Princess Jellyfish. But I do recommend it. It's very good, and I enjoyed it quite a bit.